Good morning. This is the second installment of my experience in the military series. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe. Also, there'll be some promotions to my business down in the description. Full disclosure, I am not a recruiter. I am not trying to recruit. I am not trying to discourage or encourage anybody to join the military. I'm just sharing my experience. And if you are considering joining the military and have any questions about the military joining process, how it is now in 2025, I suggest you consult a recruiter. So, basic training was basically it. It was this basic combat training. You didn't learn your job. You didn't learn anything but the training that they set for you. But that was just you learn the basics, hence basic training. But first day, we were all put in single file lines based on platoon, standing at the position of attention. Drill sergeants were going around, going up and down the line, screaming at everybody. And then I went. Then first phase we had, which was called the red phase, which was basically a bunch of classes that you always struggled to stay awake in. You wake up, you had PT in the morning, you shower, eat breakfast, or chow, excuse me, because in the military it's actually chow. It's not breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's chow. So you had you were basically doing the so the red phase was mostly drill and ceremony and a whole bunch of classes about military etiquette and all that nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, but it's just basically a bunch of classes where, generally speaking, I struggled to stay awake in because it was just like because it's not that I got boring. It's just like you were so busy throughout the day, and by the time you finished at night, you were just dog tired. I had no problem sleeping, and they had this stuff called Victory Punch, which was basically it was kind of like a sports drink. It had a little bit of salt and didn't taste that bad, but suggested that suggested that it was supposed to give you ED, so you're not so the kids aren't walking around with their things awake. Which that I was never able to substantiate that, but that was the theory. So don't go around spreading that rumor. As I said, it was never proven or never substantiated. But the red phase was mostly drill and ceremony. The blue phase, the white phase, excuse me, was basically basic rifle marksmanship, or BRM as they call it. Go through all that. That was about a couple. That was about 2 to 4 weeks, I think it was. I don't exactly remember. Which was basically you were qualifying on you were learning how to shoot and qualifying on your rifles. And then the blue phase was basically just the field and graduation prep, field prep. Then you went to the field. Then did recovery. And the military, what's it's called it's actually called it's like you're not actually recovering your body from being tired from being out in the field. You're actually recovering your equipment, which means you're accounting for everything that you brought out. You're bringing it back and you're accounting for it, cleaning it, and all that good stuff. After that was graduation. Well, the day was family day, and my family showed up, and the day when I got back, the next day was graduation day. And we had our and then we had our graduation, and we grabbed our stuff, and then we left. And so we went back to following day, showed up at Fort Lee, Virginia for AIT, or Advanced Technical Training. I don't remember exactly how long the drive was from Fort Lee from Fort Jackson to Fort Lee. I think it's maybe about an 8-hour drive. I don't actually remember exactly. Following morning, they dropped me off to their reception, Fort Lee's reception. You know, we did our little reception thing for the weekend, and since they were so overbooked, they let us go into our barracks at our unit. And then we went to that and did a bunch of nonsense for the weekend. And then Monday we actually ended up getting getting sent to our companies, picked us up. The drill sergeants we had, they weren't our drill sergeant initially, because he was still working on some stuff, so he wasn't able to make it. So he went to so later on that night he showed up, and we and then, you know, he had us do 50 push-ups. Basically, advanced individual training, which basically you're learning the basics of your jobs. And I was a cook, so we did all that. You know, we did first thing we did was small quantity cooking, and then we did large for 1 week. We did that for 1 week, and then the second week we did large quantity cooking. And then after that it was basically field prep. So we went to the field. We was there for a few days, and then we came back and got ready to graduate. We graduated in December of '98, and then we're gonna leave it there for now. And again, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.